Alright, so here's my, what happened to me last night, which was Friday night. I did not have to work, and I was pretty excited about not having to work on a Friday or Saturday night. Like, I usually have to work on the weekend, but I don't this weekend, which is really weird. But, anyway, so it was Friday night. I was just, on Skype. I was like, you know what? I don't want to do anything this weekend, really, because I just want to, chill and just relax, right? Like, at night. Like, I wanted to do shit during the day, but, at night, I didn't want to go out and do anything. Um, so last night I was on Skype, whatever. It was 1:30, so I went in Erica's room. I was like, hey yo, I'm about to go to bed. Blah blah blah. So then we go back in my room. We're just laying there. And if you rub the top of my ear right here, the little curved part, I'll fall asleep pretty fast. Well, we were just laying there talking. She starts rubbing my ear, and I was like, oh my god, that feels so good. Crashed out. And then my phone rings, and I have a different ringtone for everyone in my phone, groups of people, if they're really important, they have my favorite songs and blah blah. Well, my sister and me have we, there's a song that it always reminds me of my sister. It's a song by Spoon, and that was going off, and it was 2:30 in the morning actually. Where's my phone? It was 2:30 in the morning. And I was like, yo, what's up? She never calls me, at night. And it was 2:49 in the morning. I just looked it up. She never calls me. So I was like, yo, what's going on? She's like, hey, can you do me a huge favor? And I was like, yeah. She's like, go in Mom's room and get the spare key to her car. She locked her car. Or no, she lost her car key. She had it in her boot. And she lost it, and she was the person driving all her friends back home and all this stuff. So they're all screaming in the background, it's hard to hear. And so I knock on my mom's door, they won't answer. So I just walk in there. I where my spare key is to my car. No one else is there, on the side. So I was I don't know where they are. So I had to wake up my mom, and I was like, Mom, hey, now I need her spare key, blah blah. And she woke up and was just what? And I was like, nothing. And I was like, it's fine. I'm gonna go take it to her. I just need to know where it's at. So then I told Erica, I was like, hey, come with me. And so we took Erica's car. Erica just got her car Friday. So no, Thursday. So we're like, all right, we'll take your car down there. And we were just supposed to give my sister the car key. We get to this parking lot downtown, and the drive downtown seemed forever that night. It seemed 30 minutes or some shit. It just seemed forever. So we finally get down there. We get into this parking lot, and my sister's like, hey, can you take us home? And there's a bunch of her and her friends, and I was like, yeah. Well, it was because it was a group of girls it was girls' night out for my sister. And so some guy was messing with the girls, and so the cops ended up having to come to that parking lot to tell the guys to leave her alone, or leave that group of girls alone. So the cop was right there and knew that they had been drinking. So obviously they couldn't leave the parking lot drinking. So the cop, comes out to me, and he's talking to me. And he's and he tells the girls and my sister, they're because my sister was hey, tells the officer, this is my sister. Well, I guess he assumed that Erica was my sister too. So he's telling them you have amazing sisters who will get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to come pick you up from downtown. They just saved your life, other people's lives, for you not drinking and driving. Blah 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 blah. And so what happened was another chick of this group of my sister's friends had drove down there to meet them there. So it was my sister's car with all their group of friends, and then another chick had met them there, and she had her car. So the officer was in that parking lot because all that stuff with the other guy, that group of guys messing with my sister's friends. So basically, we would have to drive both of their cars back to, north, because this was down south. We had to drive them back up north, which is like 30 minutes away, so that they don't get like a DWI. And if they leave their car there, they can get it towed. So it's just like a crazy thing. Like, we basically had to get both their cars out. So the chick who drove her own car was like, oh my god, like, I need to hurry up and get home. Like, I have work in like an hour. And my sister had to be at work at 5 too, and it was already 3. So we're like, alright, so Erica has a brand new car right now, and we really did not want to leave it down there. So I was like, I told the officer, I was like, hey, like, she just got this car. Is there any way, like, you can stay here and, watch it? And he was like, I can't promise anything, blah, blah. And I was like, alright. And then I was, like, walking away. And I guess you could kind of tell I was, like, pissed off and frustrated. But, I always tell, like, and my mom tells us, is that if it's late at night and you've been drinking and driving, just call us, and we won't ask any questions, we won't get mad, So I was trying not to show my sister, like, I was frustrated, just like, alright. Because she never calls me drunk, so it was, like, a one-time thing. And, so when I'm walking away, and I'm, like, pissed off, because this guy won't even, like, watch this parking lot, After, obviously, there's some crazy guys out here. And she's leaving, like, a brand new car out there. So he's like, hey, come back, and he's like, look, he's like, I'm going to stay out here, as long as I can, and if I have to leave for anything, he's like, I'll have another officer come down here. He's like, but I have to leave this parking lot by 6 or 5, no, 5:30 or something like that. And I was like, no, I was like, we'll be back by then. So this is when I was like, you know what, Erica is just like a badass chick. Because not only is she leaving her brand new car in an area that you should not be leaving a car in general, yet a brand new nice car. So Erica drives home that other chick's car, and I have to drive home a car full of drunks and stop at Denny's because they're all like have to pee. So, and at first I was kind of like pissed off because I wanted to go to bed and sleep and everything, but I knew I couldn't be pissed off because I always like, it's just our promise between all of like my brothers and sisters is like, if you're drunk, just call us, instead of drinking and driving, blah, blah, blah. I couldn't really be pissed off. But then there was like this really hot chick. The one who had the car or whatever was like so hot. Her name was Kate. Anyway, she was like really hot. And so we go to the chick who had the other car. Erica parks her car. Uh, the girl gets out and goes to her place, whatever. So we drop her off. So then it's Erica, me, and then my sister and like 3 of her friends. And dropped my sister and them off at her apartment. And luckily my sister had taken off all her keys except her car key and put it in her boot, so she had like her apartment key and everything. But like I said, my sister and them had to get home and all that stuff to get ready for work, because my sister had to be at work at 5. So we dropped them off at the apartment, at my sister's apartment. We go back downtown and then pick up Erica's car. Tell the officer, like, yo, like, thank you. Or, like, hey, like, do you want breakfast or anything? But, like, I guess, like, officers can't take, like, bribery or whatever for, like, doing his job or whatever. So, he's like, no. And I was like, alright, but if I see you down here again, like, I'm just gonna go and fucking find breakfast tacos for you, or whatever, I'm gonna give it to you. So, but anyways, he had watched Erica's car, make sure nothing happened to it. So then we drive back to my sister's apartment, park her car, and then I get in the car with Erica, and then we're just, like, driving, and then Erica, like, looks over at me, she's like, wanna go to IHOP? And I was like, oh my god, like, this chick is so badass. Like, not only is she up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go deal with my drunk sister and her friends, and is not even pissed about it. Like, she was totally cool about, like, leaving her car. Like, she was not, like, pissed about it. I mean, she didn't want to, but, like, she knew it had to be done. She wasn't, like, complaining about it, She was just so cool about it. And then she's like, you want to go to IHOP at fucking 4 o'clock in the morning, 4:30 in the morning. And I was like, you know what, like, this chick is amazing. So, that was my morning. And then we got home. It was like 5:20. I couldn't go back to sleep. So, it was a crazy night. It was definitely. So tonight right now, it is 10:45, and I really just want to go to sleep. But I'm not tired now. So, but yeah, that was my Friday night. So this is my last day off of work. So I want to relax and not have to deal with my drunk sister or any of them. So yeah.